Now the next thing we need to do, and that's what we'll focus on in this video, is script the amount of grenades that we have left into the right slot and display it on the screen here. Now by default it's already set to 25, so let's change that and then let's move on and make a little script to make that happen. Now let's make a new script in our scripts folder and then call it count. Let's open this up. We don't need the update function, we only need it to be set from the start, so let's type the awake function here, and then in the awake function type GUI text dot text equals 0. Alright, just to reset it to 0 as soon as we start. Let's save this and close and attach this to our GCount game object. Alright, that should work. Now when I start my game, it gives me a little error and it says cannot convert integer to string. Now that's an interesting error, and let me explain what that means. As soon as we open up our script, you'll notice that I have set a 0 here, and the text on the screen is a string variable, not a number variable. So it is giving us the problem saying, hey, you're trying to put a number into a string. Now usually JavaScript already converts this for us, but there's a little easy fix that we can do to basically fix this, to change this to a string. And this is an unofficial hack, but I use it all the time and it works just fine. What I do is I add 2 quotations, therefore this is now an empty string kind of, and then add the plus sign plus 0. So now it has a string plus a number, and that will basically convert this to a string. So let me save this, start the script back up, and right now we see that the grenades is set to 0. It's a little bit of an ugly hack, but it works. You know, it's just a little JavaScript trick there. Alright, next we need to make sure that when we pick up the boxes something actually happens, and this is in our collision script. So let's go to the part where it says print you now have and then the amount of grenades. Let's add some script here. Now notice that the last script we just simply typed GUI text.text, but that is because this is attached to our GUI text, so we can directly reference the GUI text namespace. We cannot do that in our collision script, so in our collision script instead we have to type game object, and in this case I'm typing game object with a capital because I'm referencing to any game object in the world, and this is game object with a small g, which means it is referencing to the game object which is part of, for example, the hit variable, or part of a collider, or part of whatever the script is attached to. So game object dot find with a capital F, and then the name of our count, which is, let me peek real quick, G_count. So let's type that in, dot, and from here on we can go on with our GUI text dot text equals. Now again, if I just put the number here, which is grenade ammo, this is a number variable, it will give us the same error. So let me do that little trick again of 2 quotations and a plus sign. Save it. And now it should work when I run into my boxes, that I get more grenades. And they're very nice. I now have 8, 16, and 24 grenades. And when I throw the grenades, it updates. Very nice. It was very easy. We did this pretty quick. Shows us again how flexible Unity3d is. There's that for 2-dimensional GUIs. Now next, what I'd like to show you, we can of course move on and make our turret work, but before I want to show you that, since we're doing GUIs anyway, let's move into how to make a 3D main menu for our game, so that we have something that looks pretty cool. So let's do that next, and after that we will continue to have our turret attack us. So lots of fun ahead, and let's move on.